you have a ridiculously overlong baseball scene in your fucking visual novel that you have to slog through in order to get back to the good bit. I'm sure this is good if you give a fuck about characters playing baseball. If you got a ridiculously long baseball scene you gotta slog through. Fortunately, they make a slog through visual novel device called Desperados. Now, let's talk about Desperados. I don't really know what the deal is with Desperados. I've been drinking it for a very long time. In fact, it's one of the first beers that I ever liked. Because it doesn't really taste like beer. And so before I liked beer, I liked Desperados. I think this is like the gimmick of Desperados is that it's a tequila flavored beer. Now it doesn't really taste anything like it. It's like very vaguely tequila flavored, but mostly it's kind of sweet. I guess it's a bit tequila flavored, but it doesn't really taste bitter like beer does normally. Let me turn my fan off for better audio quality. It doesn't taste bitter like most beers. Now looking at it these days, I've noticed. I suppose Desperados is probably like a party type of drink, like with the design of the label and stuff like that. Like I suppose this is probably like supposed to be a party type drink. Maybe it's targeted at women. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look on the Desperados website and see what their marketing strategy is. Like what's the target audience for this drink, and then I'll explain why I drink it these days and why I bought this. I'll explain it in a minute. Desperados. Yeah, I'm on my Mac because I'm slogging through a fucking visual novel right now. Is this the right one? I don't... give me random numbers. I don't think these will work. I don't think 89 is a day of the month. 1909, there we go. I'm a million years old. Alright, desperate. Yeah, see, like, well, I suppose it's not too unusual to have clubs, but oh, look at this JavaScript. Look at this fucking... This thing follows your mouse. This is terrible. Every beer has a terrible fucking website. So yeah, I suppose this is like supposed to be a party type drink. Look, bass drop. They're trying to... It's supposed to be a party type drink. I didn't realize this until relatively recently, that it's supposed to be kind of like a party type drink. Wow, this is seizure inducing. Well, this guy has a... I mean, I suppose someone got paid. Someone got paid to make this fucking website, so good on them. But from what I can see, this is like a... 20 years old, we rewrote the rules and brewed beer with tequila to create a beer that was refreshingly different. Yeah, see, they have flavor, like red. I've never had this. Maybe I have once had this. Once I've had this, but a long time ago, and I don't remember what it tastes like. The original is what I'm drinking right now. The world's first tequila-flavored beer, a distinctive combination of full-bodied lager with a boost of tequila flavor, a light and refreshing taste profile, balanced with spicy and lemony notes for sweetness. It's definitely sweet. But none of this fucking matters. What the point is, like, I think this is supposed to be that sort of drink, like a sweet, happy party drink that doesn't really taste like alcohol, which is why I started drinking it originally. But what I figured out is that, firstly, Desperados is slightly more expensive than regular beer. It's about 50p more expensive than regular beer. It's a little more expensive than regular beer, but it also is a little stronger than most beers. Most beers are about like in my local corner shop, pretty much every beer is like between 4.5% and like maybe 5.2%, whereas this is 5.9%. And that's why I bought it this time, because I went into the shop and I was I was like, I need beer, but these days I'd probably default to like Red Stripe or Budvar, or like I'm not gonna buy a. I wanted to buy pints, like pint cans. I wanted to buy pint cans because you can get cans that are a pint, and those are great. But I was looking at the pint cans, and I was like, actually, drinking a pint of something that's like 4.5% just to get a buzz is kind of annoying. Having to drink a whole pint of liquid just to fucking get a buzz, like that's kind of annoying. So maybe I'll just go with something like, what's the strongest beer they have? I looked at all the beers, and Desperados seemed to be the strongest one. Maybe I missed one, but Desperados seemed to be the strongest one that came in cans. I think there was stronger ones that were in bottles, but the cans come in a 4-pack, whereas the bottles are sold individually. So it's better value for money and easier to carry as well. And also a can is like nice for various reasons. Like it's more booze, more liquid in it. So Desperados I got. I'm very, very, very used to Desperados. I've been drinking it for, again, since I started drinking. I've been drinking Desperados. Uh, it's probably not my go-to anymore because again, it tastes like doesn't taste like beer, and these days I actually quite like the taste of beer. Um, Let me get some in my mouth. Oh, that's nice and cold. Yeah, it tastes nothing. I mean, there's a beeriness to it, but it's very sweet and kind of citrusy. So yeah, maybe this is a pussy bitch beer, and I just didn't even notice all these years, and now I'm like, oh, this is one of those beers. This is like a beer for people that don't like beer. But nowadays, I actually quite like beer. So, and the thing about Desperados is that now I have a friend who also sometimes drinks Desperados and doesn't get this. But for me personally, when I drink a lot of Desperados, it's too much. Like it starts to taste really sickly sweet after like, on like your third can of Desperados, it starts to become a bit unbearable. Whereas I can drink 3 cans of, I don't know, Red Stripe, like it's not a big deal at all. They don't taste any worse as you go on. In fact, they just taste better the more you drink. Whereas Desperados, after 3 cans of it, you're kind of like sick of the taste. And yeah, I've gone through that experience many times. I used to drink mostly Desperados, but nowadays I don't. I need to find like a main beer. You know what I need to do is I need to just go through every single beer in my local corner. Maybe this will be a new. No, that's not a good idea to make a segment on. There's because I remember there's nothing you can say about beers from that one time when I tried to do a beer review show and I had nothing to say about any of the beers. But I should go through all the beers in my local corner shop, or my local combini, and I should go through them one. I think I've tried all of them, but some of them I haven't tried for ages. Like Tyskie, I think it's called, like Tyskie, or I don't know how it's pronounced, but like I've tried that before. It's like a Polish beer, but I haven't tried it in ages. I know my corner shop has that. Budvar is pretty good. Budvar is the original Budweiser. If you don't know, there's like 2 Budweisers. There's the shit Americanized piss beer Budweiser, and then there's the like original, what is it, Swiss Budweiser. I think it's called Budvar. Yeah, Budvar. Czech lager. Greetings from the Republic of Beer, and it's pretty good actually. A young Sai recommended it to me, and it's actually pretty good. So I'm maybe I'll get into Maybe Budvar will be my main beer. I mean, I'm happy. The thing in summer, especially in summer, Red Stripe is great because it's pretty light, not very alcoholic, and good for drinking because it's Jamaican, so it's good for drinking in hot weather. But summer doesn't last very long. I don't know. I need a beer. I need to try every um every beer and see which one is good, because like people have a default beer that they drink. People don't go into a shop and every single time for 5 years think, what am I gonna get? Ooh, I don't know. I can't decide. People don't do that. People just have their brand that they drink. They drink their brand of beer, and it's the same way that like I don't have to think about what cigarettes I'm gonna smoke. I know I'm gonna get Camels every single time. There's no like, which brand should I buy today? No, I know I'm gonna get Camels, or if I need something stronger, Marlboro Reds. Like I know that's gonna happen if I need cigarettes. I don't have that with beer. Every time I go to buy beer, I have to sit there and think like, which beer do I want today? But that's not how it should be. It should be that I have my brand that I stick to. But all the thing about beers is that they all taste very different, but also exactly the same. It's very strange, except for this one because it tastes like tequila. But most beers taste completely different and also completely the same. It's very strange. Uh, Also, I shouldn't really be drinking beer. I said that I'd cut beer out of my diet completely, and I was just drinking vodka now, and that is true, as you can see. Uh, Cheapest vodka, Glen's. If you live in the UK, you know about Glen's. Um, if you you know about Glen's if you live in the UK. It's like the cheapest bottom shelf vodka you can get. Because I don't give a fuck. Because again, I've tried more expensive vodkas. I think, here's all the vodkas I've tried. I've had Glen's, I've had Smirnoff. They are indistinguishable. I've had Absolute vodka, um, very slightly smoother, like 0.5% less harsh going down your throat. I've had Russian Standard vodka. Uh, I think it just tastes. They all taste exactly the same. Is my point that I'm trying to make. I've had Russian Standard. I've had Grey Goose once, which is the fanciest vodka that I can think of, and it also tasted exactly the fucking same as every single other vodka. So I don't like. There's no reason to ever not. From those experiences, there's no reason to ever not spend the least possible amount of money on vodka, and the least possible amount of money on vodka is Glen's. So I'm drinking fucking Glen's. I don't even put it in the fridge or the freezer. Like, I went through a brief phase where I put vodka in the freezer, and then I would drink it out the freezer, and it was like, wow, you can put vodka in the freezer, and then you don't even taste it when you drink it. Isn't that amazing? But I don't know. I stopped doing that for some reason, because then you have to have vodka in the freezer, and my freezer's fucking always full of fish fingers and pizza. So now it just stays here. And whoever comes into my room probably thinks I'm fucking weird for having vodka right next to my bed. Probably thinks I'm an alcoholic. Well, you might be right. Uh, so Desperados, it's a very interesting beer. Like, it's an interesting thing to exist. Uh, it's weird that I like it. Well, I don't know if I like it. Like, I do like it. I'm enjoying drinking it right now. But also, like, it's not a good beer to have as a standard classic beer, you know? It's just not. You need to have it. I don't know what. I don't know. I wish there was a beer that tasted like regular beer, but was the strength. I wish there was a beer that tasted like Red Stripe or like Hogarten. I love Hogarten. I don't know. I'm not much of a beer snob, really into different types of beer type of guy. But I do like Hogarten. I like what's the one with like honey? I don't think it has honey, but it has like a bee on the logo. Fuck, I don't remember what it's called. Bee beer. Does this exist? Bee beer? Bee beer. No, maybe I just made that up. Beer brands. It's not Hogan. What the fuck? What am I thinking of? Beer brands. Anything interesting? Rolling Rock. I know Digi likes that. I mean, that one anime YouTuber I forgot the name of. Most popular beer and cider brands in the UK. This will actually be interesting. Don't accept. Guinness is the most popular. See, I've tried Guinness and it's all right. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't drink Guinness every day unless I was in Ireland. If I was in Ireland, I'd drink Guinness every day because the Guinness tastes different in Ireland as far as I've heard. But as they say, as soon as it crosses the border, it stops being Guinness because like I don't know reasons. I don't know how much bullshit that actually is. I've never had Guinness. That's not true. I've had Guinness in Ireland, but I was like a young child. I had like a sip of my dad's Guinness in a pub. I would drink Guinness if I lived in Ireland, but I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I've had it. I've had Guinnesses before with some regularity. It's a bit much to drink every day. It's just a bit much. Stella is disgusting. I don't know why it's so popular. I don't like Stella. Magners is disgusting. Heineken is like, it doesn't taste like anything. Heineken is you drink it at a party because it doesn't taste like anything. Strongbow, I call it Weakbow because it markets itself as like a strong drink, but actually it's not strong at all. It has a pretty low alcohol percentage. So I used to drink Strongbow, but now I don't because it's not actually good value for money if you're trying to get drunk. I've never had Bulmers. Peroni is actually pretty nice. Maybe I should drink more Peroni. Because I've had it a few times, but I don't normally buy it. San Miguel I also don't like that much. Corona I also don't like that much. Although I will sometimes get it. But I don't like it that much. Never had Kopparberg. Budweiser, the original, tastes like shit. Kronenberg. The Kronenberg is actually decent. I'd drink, maybe Kronenberg will be my standard, because it's not bad. How much, does it tell me how much shit it has? How much alcohol it has? Because I don't remember. How much alcohol does Kronenberg have in it? Does it tell me? Oh, fucking year of my birth, 1909. Our beers. You see, this is the sort of bullshit that calls it beers with a fucking... What is this? Pale lager, yeah, 5%. See, I need more than 5. I need something with... The whole point of this is to discover something that's more than 5%. Heineken's not good. I think I already talked about that. Where were we? Carlsberg. Who the fuck drinks Carlsberg? It's a meme. No one drinks Carlsberg. I've never even heard of Tetley's Brewery. Corona Extra. Yeah, see, these are... Old Speckled Hen's decent. Beck's I've never had. Strongbow Dark Fruit or Weakbow Light Fruit. That's what I call it. Weakbow Light Fruit. Anyway, these are all shit. British people have shit taste in beer. Except Guinness. Like, Guinness is understandable that people would drink that. I understand why people would drink Guinness. But, no. None of those are the ones I was looking for. Maybe I'll find it on here. On this image. No, I don't see it. I would recognize the bottle. Asahi's also pretty good. I might get into Asahi. How much? I don't think Asahi's got enough alcohol in it for me, though. I do like Asahi. Do you guys know the fucking beer I'm trying to think of? The one with the I think it's like Swiss or something. Swiss beer brands. Maybe it's German. Oh, Belgian. It's probably Belgian. I bet it's Belgian. Maybe not. Maybe it's not Belgian. Lef. You see, Lef... I used to drink a lot of Lef. I mean, Lef and Hogarden have both been a mainstay beer in my life at a certain point. Now, Lef is strong, but it also is kind of hard to drink a lot of because of how strong it is. So maybe this is the whole problem. But Lef is good. It's just kind of difficult to drink. I also don't like the bottle because it has this like film like foil at the top, and it's kind of annoying when you're trying to drink it. But Lef is pretty good. A Hogarden is also pretty good. Honestly, I'm not a stickler. You put beer in front of me, I'm gonna fucking drink it. I'm not I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna say no. How dare you put fucking beer in front of me if it's not my brand? But the point is, I need to have something that I can just default to. I need to have something that I can just default to that's available everywhere. Maybe I just get into Guinness. How strong is Guinness? I don't even know. I literally don't even know how strong Guinness is. It's gonna ask me if I'm of age. 1915. Yeah, I was born in 1915. Our beers. You got other beers? Just give me a regular beer. A regular fucking Guinness. See, Guinness is only 4.2%. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not fucking happening. See, I don't think you understand. I drink straight vodka out the fucking bottle, mate. This is 40%. I don't need your fucking 4.2% bullshit. I don't need your fucking 4.2% bullshit. See, this is what I do to beers. This is my oh fuck, I just spilled that fucking everywhere. Oh shit. Well, that was pretty funny. That was a funny moment. 20 minutes. You watch 20 minutes of me aimlessly rambling about beer, you get a funny moment. How does that sound? I'm kind of pissed off because I was playing some Counter-Strike and I was getting fucking destroyed because matchmaking is broken and it was matching me against DMG players for no reason. On my fucking warm-up game of Wingman, it was matching me against people who were like DMG, which is, I think, 7 ranks higher than me or something. Like, the sort of person that on a really good day after a warm up I could maybe draw with. Like maybe keep up with just about. We're talking people with like 5,000 hours and over minimum to be that level. And Valve just were like, yeah, you're gonna play against those for your warm ups today. Good luck. And so I just got pissed off. And at the same time, it's not like I have a fucking visual novel to enjoy while I'm playing because I'm reading. Because what is this fucking stupid baseball arc? Why have you decided to be a baseball arc? Listen, this is just a matter of personal taste. Oh yeah, she's in a swimsuit. This is the good part. Is that Azmi's in a swimsuit right now for no reason. So this is the thing. I'm currently playing Wanko's arc, or Kazuko, right? Kazuko's arc. This is this girl's arc. Now, she's not the best girl. In fact, for my personal tastes, she is worst girl in the whole visual novel. She is worst girl. But I need to play through her arc, or it'll be like missing out on a bunch of content. And I've actually heard that her arc is pretty good. Well, turns out they just shoved this really long baseball section in the middle of it, which is stupid because I don't like baseball. I generally don't like. I mean, every single. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. What I'm saying is, I don't like the person. Like, I have nothing. Like, it's just not her personality, not my personal taste. Like, sort of sporty, Karen Araragi type, if you can imagine that. If you've seen Monogatari, like sporty, although she's more stupid than Karen Araragi, Araragi-san, Kamimashita. That's what he says, right? I bit my tongue, or whatever she says. I don't know. Kamimami, yeah. Monogatari is a good show, but this baseball section is not a good show. Now, this is a decent. So my overall opinion on Desperados is, um, it's just barely worth the price because of the 5.9% alcohol. But why drink it? Like it's not. I don't even think it's beer. Like it doesn't count as beer. It's just its own thing. It's just like you could get beer, you can get cider, or you can get Desperados. Like they're three different things in my mind. Uh, Obviously, okay, if we're being real here, if we're being actually real here, if we're taking a step back and just being real here, then what I actually want to drink is K cider. I don't know if you guys have K cider where you live, but K cider is like the sort of like it's a strong cheap cider essentially. It's kind of what alcoholics drink. Um, I mean I don't know if it's strictly what alcoholics drink, but it's a strong cheap cider basically. It's that sort of drink. Uh, and yeah, sadly, even though that is pretty widely distributed, it is not distributed widely enough to have reached my particular combini. So I can't, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fucking buy a K cider by getting on a bus, am I? Uh, Now, if I lived at, if I was a little crazy bitch, my IRL friend, now his local combini does sell K cider, and so that's what he drinks. But mine doesn't. Mine has the advantage of selling a bunch of really nice ales, like Tanglefoot, which is really good, or Bishop's Finger, which is also really good. But those are both expensive and in bottles, not cans. And, they're more of like a special occasion type of drink. I don't know. I don't know. This is a stupid. Who's watching fucking 27 minutes of me? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making my beer spicy. This is still not spicy enough. Have I just missed completely? Where's all my fucking vodka going? I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to pour it in with care. This is it's my cocktail that I invented. I call it spicy beer. I've talked about this before, I'm sure. I do this regularly, by the way. This isn't like he's being silly for the video moment. No, this is just how I drink beer. I pour vodka in it because beer isn't strong enough for me. And I'm so used to drinking vodka straight out of the bottle by now that it just doesn't taste like anything. So, yeah, that's stronger. Okay, that's better. It's still I could put more in actually if I wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, this is my video about Desperados and about how this fucking baseball section goes on forever and is stupid and is stupid. I mean, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Just skip the baseball section in this fucking visual novel. If you're playing through Kazuko Wanko's route, just fucking skip through it, because it's stupid. It's fucking stupid, and I'm still fucking playing it. I'm still fucking reading through it. This is all I've done today, is read the fucking baseball section of this fucking visual novel. That's just not true. I also been making music. Just before this video ends, in case you're actually still watching for some strange fucking reason, this will be the end of this video. Yep, we're coming over here, so we're getting serious. We're coming over here. Just the end of this video. My album is coming along. I'm about to enter serious mode in my album production. For Dead Form, my next No Thank You album, I'm entering serious mode, which means I'm gonna be working on music. Hopefully, at about every single day, I'll be working on music, and that's gonna be pretty intense. I'm gonna be working on this album pretty intensely for the coming while. It's gonna be my life for a while, but expect that to come out relatively soon. Maybe next month, maybe the month after. That'll be fun. If you want your name in the credits of that album, you can go on patreon.com/no thank you. The O's are in fact zeros as usual. You can go on patreon.com/no thank you and you can find more details there. If you want to have preview of the album before it's released to the wider audience, wider public, you can go on patreon.com/no thank you, where I'll be releasing the album a day early or something, maybe a bit earlier. I don't know how. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it yet. But you can go on patreon.com/no thank you and get access to that album earlier. That would be neat. But yeah, that album's coming out soon. And then also on Patreon, there are some tracks from my next album, which I've already I'm halfway done with, and I've just been posting them on Patreon because I know I'm a while away from that album being done, because I've just been making a track like every so often, but that's a bit further in the future. But those tracks are also on Patreon if you want to listen to them. So this album, it's called Dead Form. What you're experiencing right now, what you're witnessing right now, is the very, very beginnings of a hype cycle. This is the first ever moment of a hype cycle that you're witnessing right now. So get hype for and then hold on to the hype for a month or two. And then you'll be able to release the hype with an album that is a solid 7 out of 10. It's a pretty solid 7, in my opinion, so far. Yeah, that's my life. That's what I'm doing. I'm working on an album. I'm playing through a fucking baseball section in this fucking video game, and I'm drinking beer with vodka in it. Welcome to the glorious... And you know what? I couldn't be happier. That's what's fucked up, is that I couldn't be fucking happier about the situation. I think any other person who was experiencing what I'm experiencing would be in a deep depression. But I could not be happier about what is going on in my life right now. I just couldn't be happier. That's not true. There are some problems. But problems aside, serious problems aside, we could take those and put them aside. Take the problems and put them aside. Put them over there. Yeah. So that's happening, and that's the end of the video as well. So